What's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 7 now of the Chevy Cateye project truck. Today we're going to tackle some exhaust modifications and we're going to run some tests. So I've got a few boxes of parts in, and today we're going to put some new parts on and modify this exhaust system. It is sewing machine quiet. It is way too quiet. I love to hear the vehicle. I love to hear the motor make some noise, and obviously I like performance too, so we're going to change up that quiet exhaust today. I'm not going to do a startup of it right now. Y'all have heard it, I believe, running before. It's quiet. There's no need to do a video on that, so we're just going to get right into it. So the first test we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the muffler and the whole tailpipe section. So before we do that, I already made a baseline run tonight. Again, trying to do the runs kind of back to back so that we compare apples to apples. So I've already made the baseline run, and here it is.
30.
So as you can see, it made a pretty decent pass. That's now actually our fastest one to date. It ran 15.16 in the quarter mile. It also ran a 2.46 60 foot. I know it's still not like world record numbers or nothing like that, but hey, we're getting there. Who knows, maybe today, maybe we'll hit the 14s, we'll see. So it ran a 15.16 with the full stock exhaust. I've also put up there for you the density altitude numbers as well, and we were around 3/4 tank of gas. So baseline done. Now let's get into what we're gonna do, and let's start cutting. So I'm going to take my Sawzall and I'm gonna hack this thing up real quick. I'm gonna cut off right at the muffler. Right about in here is where the muffler ends on the truck. Right behind the passenger door is where it's going to get cut at. So we're going to remove the whole muffler and tailpipe section. We're going to weigh it so we can see how much it weighs, and I'm going to make another Draggy run, and we're going to see what the truck runs with straight pipe dumped. It still has the stock cat, still has the stock exhaust manifolds for now. We're going to see what cutting this off picks us up. Y'all hit like, y'all subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know how heavy you think this thing is, and let me know how much time in the quarter mile you think we're fixing to pick up. All right, let's get into it. And it's out. There's the stock muffler. The stock tailpipe went over the axle and out the back. So I just got done weighing it, and this whole system right here that I took off weighs 38 pounds exactly. And I'll show y'all what we're fixing to put on. We're gonna put on that. That weighs 2 pounds. And yes, there will be a little bit of pipe associated with it as well, but yeah. 2 pounds. Look how much smaller the new muffler is compared to the old one. We'll take a look at that new muffler more here in a minute, and I'll tell you about it, but I just wanted to put it next to the stock muffler for comparison. And now we gotta fire this thing up and we gotta make some noise. Let's see what it sounds like, and we need to make another Draggy run. All right, let's see what it sounds like now. Oh yeah, it's got a little bit of a deep tone to it now. Oh yeah. Let's see what that sounds like out here. It's not super loud, but it does sound good. All right, let's back it on out. Yeah, that sounds much better. So now we gotta see what removing that 38 pounds did to our quarter mile time as well as the extra flow. So I'm curious to see what change this makes to it. I'm fixing to get in the truck, go find Mexico, and go make another pass. Y'all, we are in the 14s. How about that? That was a big difference, wasn't it? I'm really somewhat surprised, and somewhat it also makes sense. But first, let me put this in perspective. When we first got the truck, I baselined it, full weight, no tune, anything, just completely stock. It ran a 15.91 and a 15.88, and we just ran a 14.91. So we have essentially removed 1 whole second off of the quarter mile time, which is huge. And all we did was a Whiplash Motorsports custom tune, cut off the muffler and tailpipe section, and then also do some weight reduction. So aside from the cost of the tune, the rest of that is really pretty much free. So a full second really is impressing me. And then also we were over 94 mile per hour. So we've added about 4 or so mile per hour as well to our quarter mile. So I'm pretty impressed. Remember, our weight is about the same. Our tire size, yeah, we changed tires and wheels, but think of it this way. Our tire height right now is really similar to what came on at stock. So if you had stock wheels and tires, they might even be a little bit less weight than what we've got right now. So I'll just say this to summarize before we get into looking at this new muffler. I'll just say this. On a truck like this, when you have taller gearing, and also some of y'all with 4x4 trucks and stuff, when you are trying to pull a heavy load or a tall gear, then you need that truck, that engine, to be flowing some air and not be choked up. So obviously the stock muffler really had this truck choked up. I can feel more throttle response when I'm getting in on the gas. It just overall, the truck feels more lively without that muffler on there. Also, think about this. 38 pounds is what we removed with the muffler in the tail section. So if we factor that in, 100 pounds removed, roughly a tenth in the quarter mile. So we picked up 0.25 in the quarter mile by cutting off the muffler and tailpipe section. And 38 pounds of that is weight. So if you want to factor in how much of that is performance and how much we gained off of just the weight loss, well, the weight loss would have gained us about 0.04 of that 0.25. So that means performance-wise, 0.21 was the performance that we gained in the quarter mile. So barely over 0.2 of a second is what we gained. So that's pretty impressive. From things that I've done in testing, it always seems to like the muffler and the exhaust is more restrictive even than the air intake, which we might get to eventually. But for now, this right here, I think, is a pretty cool test. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please keep watching the video. Let's dive into this muffler. All right, so this muffler, like I said, 2 pounds. What I was wanting to do is to get something that's like a Carven R muffler. So if we look at this, it is straight through design. There's perforated holes in there, and there is packing, where the bulge is. So it's about 5 inches around at the bulge, and then the pipe is 3-inch in and 3-inch out. So you want to have large pipe on your vehicles. I preach this time and time again to all my customers and people who are wanting suggestions for performance. Run 3-inch pipe, run 3-inch mufflers, run the big stuff. It will pick up performance. The stock pipe, just for comparison, the outside diameter is about 2 3/4 inch. So inside diameter, the tailpipe and of this exhaust section is less than 2 3/4. So here's a little comparison of the 3-inch pipe next to the stock tailpipe, so you can get a little bit of an idea of how much larger it is. The Carven mufflers are going to run you essentially $100. It's like $99 and change, and I promise you this right here is not going to sound that much different from a Carven muffler. The Carven R's sound amazing, but $45, half price, less than half price of what the Carven R costs. I think I'm gonna be just fine with this right here. In the morning, I'm gonna head over to the muffler shop and I'm gonna go get this put on, and I'm gonna show y'all how I'm gonna run out the exhaust and how it's going to be set up. So we're gonna get into that next. All right, y'all, the muffler shop just finished up with it. Here's what it looks like. So you already know what we gotta do next. Here's a little idle and a rev video of the new exhaust system on the truck. So what y'all think about it? I think it sounds pretty good myself. It sounds real good inside the truck, driving down the highway, 70, 75 mile an hour. There's barely any drone to it. It actually sounds really good and really smooth. I was actually expecting maybe some more drone, but it's actually really quiet. And I think it sounds really good when you rev on it. I'm gonna show you a Draggy video here to end out the video and let y'all see what it runs with the new muffler on it, and also a little bit different density altitude today. And I'll just say one other thing on the texture of the way it sounds. You can kind of hear it's got some popping and stuff in it. That comes a lot from your Y pipe. So eventually the truck will get an X pipe. I really like the way the X pipes sound. They just sound more like a muscle car than they do like more of a glass pack redneck truck, which I don't think this sounds necessarily redneckish, but it has a deep tone to it. It has some texture to it, and it's not at all like obnoxious or anything. So I'm happy with it. Please like, please subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. And if I had to guess, the muffler probably weighs 2 pounds. The pipe probably a max of maybe 2 pounds on there. So I'm gonna call this 34 pounds total of weight savings. Here's that Draggy run. I appreciate y'all for watching.